Well, one of the other big criticisms is that carbon in the atmosphere is going to not only impact the climate moving forward, but turn us into a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Why are you so confident that this isn't going to be the case? Why does the ledger balance out in favor of fossil fuels when there is so much concern around the parts per million and carbon in the atmosphere?
Yes, I think this is really the thing that drives it and that drives good people on it. It's this concern that, well, the side effect of using this is going to be the apocalypse. I mean, the way AOC put it is, scientists have told us we've got 12 years to live, and if we don't do something, and you're worried about the cost. And so I would say it's a totally legitimate thing to look into, because you burn fossil fuels, it releases energy, but it also releases CO2 in the atmosphere. CO2 is a warming gas and a fertilizing gas, for that matter. And so it's legitimate to look into, hey, what are the consequences of this? But if you look at the way people think about it, the way you would think about it from a pro-human perspective, so if your goal is to advance human flourishing, you recognize the earth is a delicate nurture, and you look at both the benefits and the side effects with precision, it doesn't at all resemble how people think of it. So the way you would think of it is there are basically three principles you should follow when thinking about CO2, and our leaders follow almost none of these. If you find somebody who follows even two of these principles, you found yourself a good thinker. And what's interesting is nobody has ever disagreed with any of these principles, but almost nobody follows them. So principle one is, when you're looking at CO2, you need to look carefully at the positives and negatives of the CO2 itself. So CO2 is a side effect of fossil fuels, but you have to be open to positive and negative impact.